Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rosano, and this is another episode of the world famous The University of Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Today is July the 4th, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, it's nice to chit chat with you again. Ladies and gentlemen, I made the great attempt to record yesterday, but my phone crashed in the middle of recording, so that didn't happen. Sometimes when you want to do something with the phone, that's when I always tell my wife, like whenever she calls and there's something important, the phone will break up, the phone will do something. So it's very annoying. But anyway, we're back today. We're recording on the computer. We're going to make sure that this thing does not crash. We're going to make sure that this thing goes through. But today here in America, it is Independence Day. It's a good time to celebrate. It's a good time to make some hamburgers on the grill. It's nice. It's hot. It's not like I talked to a lady the other day. She's from I believe Ghana, Kenya, somewhere in Africa in the southern hemisphere. She said it's very cold right now. But her cold was 60 something degrees. She said. I said, well, it's not very cold, I don't think. So I don't know, but does it like snow in like Australia? Does it snow in, like in the southern hemisphere, like where the, like right now it's the winter time. Like, does it snow? Like, how's that work? I need to look that up. I'm asking you because I thought you might know, but maybe you do not know. Maybe you're like me and you're a little misinformed about the whole thing. I don't know how the thing works. You know how sometimes you think about stuff and then it's like, I'm not gonna Google. I was watching a movie yesterday with my mom and she gave me the whole rundown about, about the person in the movie. She was cousins with somebody, this one and that one. I thought, and that's information that I'm not gonna do anything with, but okay, whatever, it's my mom, it's cool. But anyway, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about the freedom of being the captain of your boat, the being the freedom to being a entrepreneur, the freedom you have, the freedom that you desire, and this is why a lot of people, they claim they want to be entrepreneurs. They want to be entrepreneurs for the free time, but when they think free time, they want all the times. In order for you to be an entrepreneur and do the things that you want to do, you have to put in some time. I'm not saying you have to put in 168 hours a week, but it's a ongoing love affair. If you're one of these people who likes to work 6 hours, 7 hours, and then go home and forget about work and forget about everything else, then the entrepreneur life is probably not for you. It's a day in, day out, 7 days a week, thing. I know when I have the truck, I have to go check on the truck. Even when it's a day off, if it's been a couple of days, I gotta make sure the truck's gonna crank. I gotta make sure it's all right. Gotta make sure it's not broken into. There's a lot of different things that you have to do in order to be, in order to make things work. And it's a it's an ongoing thing, but it's a beautiful thing. It's an ebb and a flow. Sometimes you're not gonna make as much money as you hope. Sometimes you're gonna make more money than you expect, and it's a everyday process. And every day you are here to get better. Every day you are required to do something to make yourself better. Even if you don't write 100-page chapter every day, then you know being running your own business, you want to do something. You want to be productive in something on a daily basis. So there's a price for independence. There's a price for freedom. I was just reading a book about World War I, and they for them to win the battle, they had to. It cost a lot of there's a lot of sacrifice. There's a lot of sacrifice in that. A lot of lives lost, a lot of sacrifice, and a lot of you know it's a lot of things you got to do in order to be free of something. If you're in a, if you're like in a bad relationship and you want to get out of it, there's a price you got to pay. You got to give something up. You might have to give up your house, or you might have to give up your car, or you might have to give up some money to get out of this relationship. But for your freedom, you will be willing to do it, right? Of course. So this day, Independence Day, or if you want to be as free as you think you want to be, then there's a price that you're gonna have to pay. And what price, we don't know that at all. That's up to you. Or how far are you willing to go? Are you willing to go all the way? Are you willing to put in the work day in and day out? Or are you willing to sacrifice? There's gonna be some things that you won't be able to do. That you're like, hey, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I would love to stay home all day, every day, but I know, and sleep and watch TV. But some days when I've drove 11 hours, 12 hours, I'm like, let's record an episode. Let's keep the podcast going, because I love it, and I'm willing to sacrifice for this podcast and this content that I'm creating. And so I know that you have the same feeling. So it's uh it's not hard, but it's a choice. It's a choice you have to make. And sometimes some people just don't want to make the choice. I got a brother. And he always claims that he wants to do this, he wants to do that. But if I call him right now and ask him what he's doing today, he will tell me absolutely nothing. And that's okay. That's fine. But you have to realize, if you want to do nothing, if you just want to relax when you get off work, if you want to just relax all the time, then you're probably not gonna make it in the world of running your own business. All right. So keep that in mind. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a short podcast, but it's a necessary podcast, because sometimes we have to understand the freedoms that we all have when it comes to running your business. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow with the all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Zano. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, everybody, peace.